Don't you just hate it when your router just decides to restart all of a sudden? While you're in the middle of a dungeon and streaming? Sucks. But we're back. I just gotta wait for the queue so I can get back in and start another dungeon, I guess. Wait. What? Yes! Woo! They didn't kick me. That's crazy. I really would have expected them to kick me. I'm surprised they just went on without a tank. Oops, that's the wrong network. Start there. Oh, why is this one still attacking it? I swear I did the thing a couple of times. Past all of these. Yes, everyone target me, please. What was that? What is going on? I'm like shocked or something. One more group. Die, little dragonfly. Now it's time to fight the big daddy dragon himself. Midgardsormr. Look at him. Look at this jerk. I know all your tricks, dragon. Oh, that dragon moved. I swear that dragon was like further away before. Whatever. Now he's further away. Right. Die, Mirage Dragons. So thou art gifted. Oh right, I forgot. Sorry guys. I didn't see it. Shadow Wall. Rampart. Yes. Group up, everyone. It's fine. We got this. Woo. Now look who didn't join the group hug. Yeah. Nice. Wow. Oof. Leather pants. Eh. Oof. That was kind of rough. But now we're almost level 61, so... Where do all my quest go? Well, I guess I completed the quest that I had, didn't I? Back to Girabania. Rogger's Reach, I believe. Yeah. For Token of Faith.
It all. Where could it have gone to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a word of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? Aye, I'd be him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain. And I've not left the Reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know. And I could just as easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it.
That's my quest, huh? Find a dude's lost trinket. Very well. There it is. Also, for some reason, the air in my house today is just really dry. Having to drink a lot more water. Because my throat's just drying up.
I swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up.
It's right here.
7! That's the one. That's my lucky ward, your godsend sister. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground. The mad. And after him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories in the scripture, and as my mother taught me.
Level 61. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, Alphino. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Genosia, I hear you have been keeping busy. Aye, that she has, and we thank her for it.
It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castellum Veladina to General Aldin personally.
Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castromorians before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I will wait for you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kryl and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the chirurgeons, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Ba-da-bum, they're all the way across the reach. Hello, Y'shtola. Is aught amiss? We're gonna storm the castrum. I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activities outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight for Ala Mhigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Baelsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though your fervour is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this a foregone conclusion, given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since first I pledged to serve Master Louisoix and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Infilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Genossia, you are, to quote our dear friend, Lord Edmund, the woman who slew Gaius Van Baelsar, and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero, and heap great expectations upon your shoulders, but you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. On fight, the Empire poses too great a threat. We can but carry on for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. As long as there is a battle to be fought, I'll be there. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fight, but I will do what I must. What? As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. Huh. Ever the adventurer. You live for these moments, do you not? Take care, Y'shtola. Kryl, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lies, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Menaga will leave it without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Genosio? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I am sure I can convince Menago to wait a little longer.
I'm coming, Alphino. And I ride on the back of a dragon. Script exchange. Collectible appraiser. Apparently they have nothing for me at the moment.
So you will be accompanying us? Full glad am I to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off.
Indeed, back to Castrum Oriens. And this quest is level 61, so it's good that I am level 61. Hello, robot. Welcome back, comrades. What news?
Greetings, General. I am come at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new recruits, with more being trained as we speak.
Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot.
Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castrum Veladina. Capture Veladina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east past towards the capital.
There is no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Veladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's.
If there's no objection, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarapin?
By all means. If that is all, let us be about it.
Alice? Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed.
Very well. Pippin? Pippin is looking forward to the assault on Castellum Veladina.
Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Veladina. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-ba. Oh, by the way, where's the nearest 1,000 to the southeast? Well, that happens to be in the southeast. Just gotta get there. Ever so slowly on the back of a dragon that cannot fly. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba ba. Wait, hold up. There we are. This is the path. Get away, Leshies. .500 to the southeast. It's still yet further to southeast. I mean, it was like 1,000 up here. So it must be like way down there. Why you gotta be right next to these enemies, huh? These tracer antlions.
Yeah.
Alright, Pippin. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon reconnoitering Castellum Veladina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time, yes. Provided I have no, internet issues. I have time.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Rhalga's Reach.
Oh no.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Uh-oh.
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Nodders. Off we run. Oh, right, it was that one lady's plan, wasn't it? Yeah, you. No!
You!
Yeah, you.
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine.
I will say I was not expecting him to die. Assuming he's dying here and not just severely injured. Meffred! Cool! She said,
Take you!
this foe empty, yeet. Xenos, you're just gonna show up?
Well, well.
Also, it looks like Lise isn't using any actual weapons, it's just her fists.
Stand aside, Pylus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Those swords look all the same. Why even shuffle them?
Seven hells! It's him! It's Xenos!
The Viceroy.
It's
Oh, you are a
Xenos.
dead man.
Oh, you are a dead man. He sure is strong.
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Hold on, Lise. We're on our way.
Lise, run!
Pistola.
Ah, a magical barrier. Alas, it will not save you.
Oof. Pistola? What?
Shoulder!
That's a lot of blood.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
How long does it take us to teleport back? Why are we running there? We could teleport in like 3 seconds.
Kryl!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos.
Also, how did they even find us? Because there's like glamours put up.
Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught. Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I am a tank.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Although I do have some ways of healing myself, it's nothing compared to that of a healer. Terror. Let's get everyone's attention.
It's all over now!
Come to me, everyone. Wah. Ah! I cut you down. Start cutting people down left and right. Reinforcements are on their way. Hey guys, fight me.
Fight me, I say.
You, get over here.
Yes. Salt the earth. Abyssal Drain.
Where to next? Here we are.
For the glory of the flames!
Y'all,
Fight me.
fight me!
So cut them down, left and right. Left and right.
Army-Tade Beowulf. You lot. Come to me. Oh, it's you!
Rebel scum!
Also, why are they not attacking me? Rebel scum. Come on. Guys! Fight me! How many times do I need to say this?
Death to all in my sights. For Dola Ren Lucas, I will cut you down. Yes.
Come on. Nice. Alphino. Please.
What took you so long?
Y'shtola.
Alphino, I need your help.
Healing. Healing.
My lord, the prisoners.
See to your men, Pylus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I'll kill you. I am the Emperor of Darkness.
As one!
Be gone!
No. Ooh. What? Yeah, I'm not down yet. I'm not
Give
dead.
me something to remember.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll give you some scars to remember me by.
Yeah.
Lacking? Lacking what? You're lacking. How am I doing so little damage to Xenos here? Whatever. No matter. Yes, you did misjudge me. I don't think this does end here. Living dead. I'm fine. I'm fine. I cannot die. Let me at him. Come on. Also, I'm out of water again. Ooh. I'm fine. I activated Living Dead. He can't kill me. See? I guess that's why you carry 3 swords, because their quality's
Pathetic.
poor. What do you mean, pathetic? I ain't dead. She should be. I cleaved her with my greatsword enough.
Seven hells.
Yeah, that's Xenos.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lass?
Yeah, of course. I can't die. Well enough.
Aye. I do not doubt it.
Sure is taking an awful lot of healing.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
Hold her down, what? Alright, I'll just kneel here next to you guys.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
There is a serious disconnect between cutscene healing and combat healing. In combat, a healer can just cast revive and the person is back on their feet, ready to fight. But in cutscenes, no. It's gonna take more than that, and even then, we might not be able to
Give us a
keep
hand,
them
would
from
you, Liz?
death.
Of course.
Makes no sense.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Otters. Oh, something else I forgot to mention about my new look is I got a new hairstyle. No longer do I have a ponytail. Now I have a bob. Look at that.
You did well, Genosia. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts.
Look at this little goober. He's trying his best. Quest complete. Alright, I'm gonna go get some more water. I will be right back.
Link established. Mic off. Link established. Mic off. Link established. Mic off. Mic on. Mic off.
Okay. I'm back. Got my water. I'm all ready. Ready to tend to the wounded. Haunted look in Roban's eyes speaks volumes. See to the wounded, Genasi. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Ba-da-ba! Such a happy little jingle for a not so happy time. Wounded? 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 Aha! Meffred! Meffred lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. Thuy youth? What kind of descriptor is Thuy? He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. Yeah. I'll do that. Once Conrad is awake enough. Conrad. Monaco? Meffred? Where are you? Meffred's not doing so good. Monaco, as I last saw, was still alive. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Meffred was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 malms so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarrymill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kent. There never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle, we can do our best, as he did. Meffred will be sorely missed. Aye. But because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not. And they need us, now more than ever.
Aye, they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him is all. Again, such a triumphant jingle. A man is dead. And you play trumpets.
Our defeat was no mere thing. It was total, a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphino said, it is those who survived whom we must think of now.
How is it that you all were so soundly defeated? I gotta wonder. I mean, Xenos is one thing, but the regular old Gridanian soldiers? I slaughtered them. Absolutely slaughtered them. Meanwhile, a couple dozen, maybe as much as 100 trained soldiers all cut down. I don't get it.
Volga's reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Orleans will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed?
Uh-huh.
Good. I think I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey.
Ba-da-bow.
Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere.
No. Seeking supplies for the journey.
Oh, I see. In that case, you're free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention.
Not a problem. I can do it myself. Medical supplies.
He apparently has a quest for me.
Medical supplies. I have the medical supplies. Flame courier.
Miss Marshal Tarapin said you might have something for me.
Medical supplies.
12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders.
Take the wounded to the castrum.
Y'shtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Krile.
Yeah, we went through a lot to get Y'shtola back. Can't have her dying now.
I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on. You're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages?
I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished.
As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Oriens!
I guess to Castrum or... oh wait. There, Conrad. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated. In this state, we'll not be mounting an assault on Castrum Villadina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects. But first, we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you at Castrum Oriens.
Understood. We will go and speak with General Aldin.
Roban. Ah, he's here. Right, of course he is. I was expecting to have to go to Oriens to go talk to him. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. 'Twould seem he's lost interest in us.
Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so.
In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Oriens. We can discuss our path forward there. Alright. Now we go to Castrum Oriens. But you know, about that Castrum Villadino? I think Villadino. About that Castrum. I feel like me and a couple other Warriors of Light could take it on all by ourselves.
Krile is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Krile says she's through the west. Given the severity of her wounds, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. When that Skull's commander cut down Mefred, a single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Ala Mhigan. God help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Oh, Lys.
Shaking their head.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Meffred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
Don't Master Kemp please him. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, because they were just asking for help from other people to join their resistance, and were turned down quite a lot. I mean, a few people came along, but especially now. I mean, we had that one victory with the prototype Magitek weapon, but then this, a very crushing defeat. Who's gonna want to join up? They lost probably at least half their men. They have very little left.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi.
Youth?
The Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Ala Mhigan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gyr Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then
what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
Yeah.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included.
Oh, please.
God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Ala Mhigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus' heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
By going to Doma. That's where we'll find our recruits.
take the fight to Doma.
Interesting. You are suggesting we kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more and force Xenos to fight a war on two fronts?
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Ala Mhigo has suffered enough.
Nodders.
It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves, and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free.
Indeed. Lies, lies, and pirates! Contemplating the logistics of a journey to the Far East. So we're about halfway through this section of quests.
Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Othard is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I'm one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as a liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Y'shtola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose, would you be willing to look after Y'shtola and provide support to Arenveld and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Genossia, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lominsa.
Ah, my good old home. The land where this all started. And also, Serpent Marshal, what is this? The Hidden Truth. An ether current as I am leaving. Genasi Visan of the Maelstrom, a moment if you would. The Alliance has seen fit to charge the Twin Adder with overseeing the occupation of Castramorians for the interim. As an adventurer, I realize it is your wont to attend to matters both great and small in all corners of the realm, though it should go without saying that you must also uphold your obligations to the Maelstrom and the Eorzean Alliance. Thus I would ask for your aid in a reconnaissance mission here in the fringes. Pray speak with Lieutenant Molko when you are ready to receive a briefing. She'll be overseeing the operation.
Okay. Molko? Tala Molko.
Demise to save me. It can't be. But it is. Genasi Visan, the Griffin's Bane herself.
Indeed.
Yes, the great hero who defeated the Griffin atop Baelsar's wall, bringing his plans of conquest to a shuddering halt. I can think of no other title than that title that so aptly befits your prowess. I pity no one else seems to think so. But enough of that. What brings the illustrious Griffin's Bane here to Castramorians? Serpent Marshal Brookstone has requested you assist in my investigation. This is such an honour. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. Goodness me, where are my manners? Tullum Molko, military records officer, at your service. I cannot offer much in the way of combat, but if you should have any inquiries regarding historical matters, you need only ask. Now then, let me apprise you of our current situation. Shortly after taking control of Castramorians, we discovered a number of confidential documents left behind by the Gallians, prisoner records dating back to the beginning of Alamega's occupation. As you might have guessed, a great many were conscripted and sent away to subjugate new territories. A surprisingly large number were executed as a reminder of what would happen should any step out of line. What we weren't expecting, however, was a number of prisoners listed simply as whereabouts unknown. We thought perhaps they met some ill fortune during their imprisonment, or even escaped, but we could find no other documents to suggest what become of them. Be they living or deceased, it is now our duty to find them, not just for our own records, mind you, but their loved ones as well. They deserve the peace of mind of knowing what happened here. Would that this were a recent incident though, it would be no easy task ascertaining their whereabouts after 20 years. But I believe I know where we might begin our investigation. 20 years? The Ananta have called these lands home long before even the Alamegans came to settle there. And as luck would have it, the Resistance has established cordial relations with their people. Perhaps they remember something of what happened all those years ago.
Perhaps. 20 years. They could be dead. They could be halfway across the world. Who even knows? And you're gonna send me to hunt them down, huh?
Alamegan prisoners captured 20 years ago? Yes, I remember. When the Galileans gained their foothold here, they interred any and everyone. Striders, Ananta, it mattered not. Most were forced to serve in the Galilean military, dispatched to other lands from which they would never return. If I'm not mistaken, the prisoners who remained here were taken to a small village to the south. I cannot say what transpired there, but the settlement was heavily guarded. I fear the worst for them. A settlement to the south? Why, that would have to be Bittermill. I recall records of its residents seeking asylum in Gridania when the Garleans first arrived. The place was all but razed to the ground. Let's begin our search there. Perhaps something of value still remains in the rubble.
Perhaps. Oh, it's a long ways. And I cannot fly. Almost there. Why are there fires burning? Wasn't this place razed to the ground like 20 years ago? Oh, I see.
What are Garleans doing here?
They cannot be allowed to leave. Get them!
No. I'll get you.
Foolish fools. You cannot hope to withstand the power of an Emperor Penguin. An Emperor Penguin of the Abyss.
Hello.
Ah!
That's right. Salamoko, you good?
Goodness, that's smart. Perhaps I should have devoted more time to combat training. The new amount of training would make me a match for the renowned Griffin's Bane. That was a magnificent display. Garlean soldiers were certainly the last thing I expected to find in these abandoned and otherwise forgotten buildings. I managed to catch them unawares, but I'm quite certain this investigation would have ended poorly had you not arrived. Still, I find this quite curious. By all rights, the Garleans should be too busy contending with the resistance to waste time in a place like this. What were they doing here? I'm afraid our search for answers has only raised more questions. If we are to make sense of any of this, we must search this place from top to bottom. After my heart returns to my chest.
What's up with the shadows constantly moving upwards at this steady pace? Also, quest complete, I guess. There is another quest, but will it even lead to a thing? An aether current? Let's see, the fringes. There are, I think, 3 more quest-related ones. I'll tell you what, Tala.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I fear the battlefield is no place for a bookworm. If the gods are kind, we'll encounter no further distractions. Now let's begin our search. We'll like to cover more ground if we split up. Hopefully there's still some trace of the prisoners left here.
Footprints. How is there any trace? You see footprints. Some of them appear to be fresh.
How?
I mean, they can't be the prisoners' footprints because they were here 20 years ago! Footprints don't stick around that long. It rains, it snows, it thaws, it rains some more. This house is much too clean to have been abandoned for 20 years. Uh-huh. Where is the third clue, Oh, locked doors here. The cloying stench of rotting debris fills your nostrils. We're unable to discern. You're unable to discern where the odor is coming from.
Jonas here, thank goodness. I found someone while inspecting the houses. He seems unwell.
Unwell? Unwell? No, definitely not. Certainly not. Yes, we're quite fine, but what of you? A little girl dressed in strange clothes? Quite strange, quite strange.
What? You have some nerve. Regardless of how I look, I'm a ranking officer of the Order of the Twin Adder. Thank you very much. Now, who are you? And what business do you have here?
Who? Yes, who? An excellent question. Who are you? But who are we? Yes, we would like to know very much, very much.
You don't remember? Well, is there anything is there anything you can remember?
Remember, yes! Something about this place, something familiar, quite familiar.
Genosia, this is only a hunch, mind you, but I suspect he's not from this place, considering he's Ellison. He's likely a Gardanian, escaped from the Garleans, or perhaps, could he be one of the missing prisoners? It would certainly explain the Garlean soldiers from before. We need to take him back for questioning. Excuse me, sir, but would you be willing to come back with us? At the very least, it would be more comfortable than these dilapidated houses, and we may be able to help you recover your memory.
Memories, sweet memories, yes. We would like them very much, very much.
Alright then, let's return to Castromorians. My browbeaten commander will likely wish to meet you. I suppose it cannot be helped.
Alright. Back to Orions.
Serpent Marshal Brookstone. Possibly one of the missing prisoners, you say? I expected such wild claims from Lieutenant Molko, but if you would collaborate your report, perhaps this warrants investigation. Until further notice, he shall stay under the protection of the Eorzean Alliance.
Sir? With all due respect, you cannot just...
Lieutenant Molko, get this man a hot meal and a warm bed. When he's had a bit of rest, see what he knows of Bittermill and the Garleans. It should not be long before we reach a resolution to all this. You're free to wait here until she finishes questioning our new detainee. Ba, 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 ba. Seeking answers also doesn't seem to... Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll hold off on this quest till later. I am going to Limsa Laminza. Time to return. Good old home. Oh, what's that? Last, shall we dance? I need to go all the way down there. Castle. To the Castle we go. You. I shall report you. RMT activity. I don't even know what RMT is. Hey, Rudy, report them. And I'll report them for... They're clearly trying to advertise a gill selling website.
Tataru should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Melvib lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You are right, inasmuch as we will be traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without possibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvalane of the Kraken's Arms?
He's a pirate.
The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates.
Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement?
Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the officers of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Smile. Ah, but where was I? Oh, yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances.
And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices.
which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas.
Whatever privateering the Kraken's arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause, and negligible profit.
Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical tale of how the heir to House Durandare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts.
Smile.
Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugane in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same.
Bye. What's wrong with pirates, Alize? We're in a town of pirates. A whole city.
Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seems rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Cavalain squirm.
Indeed. Got some more materia. Quick arm materia. Also an equestrian role. Comparison-wise, worse. 255 instead of 270. Looks...
I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with him. What of Genasi and these? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Genasia.
I would have thought our Doman allies would have already left for Doma by now. They were talking of leaving for Doma a while ago. They were like, sorry, we can't charge into Alamigo and help you save it. We gotta go back to Doma. And then apparently they sat here for days
Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up.
Wait, what? Talk to lots? What?
I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones, I'll meet you here after. Got it?
Why do we need to talk to lots of people? We just need to talk to our Doma allies. Speak with the Domans and the Rising Stones.
How many Domans are there?
Says I gotta talk to 3? I only know of 2. Oh right, there was the Domans that we took in, I guess.
You are truly planning to travel to Doma? I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land, nestled on the eastern coast of Othard, along the banks of the One River. Our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Galileans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none.
Greetings, Genosia. What brings you to the toll this eve? What? You are for Doma? Heavens! You Scions have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under the tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation. But when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant.
Uh-huh.
What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We of the Nage clan have served Doma. Oops. That's strange.
Accidentally knocked over my water bottle.
My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle, even. Now it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch, and her host of men and magitek. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage, and the seat of dear Lord Kain, has become a den for Galilean dogs.
Okay, but this has given me, like, no information about anything, really. The Garleans attacked and took over your land. We already knew that. You gonna give me something useful?
Outside.
Hello, Lise.
Oh, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The elder Domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially Ashgardians. But anyway, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. How was the information I gathered useful in any way?
They saw an opportunity to take back their homeland, and then Xenos showed up.
You already knew Xenos showed up and took over Doma. Like,
right, no point waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. This was a pointless trip. A very pointless trip. I got here and learned nothing. It is everything, you know, everything they said was stuff that I already knew. Shaking my head. Hello, Elfino. You are returned, Genosia. I trust you learned much from our Derman friends in Revenant's Toll? No. I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. Yes, I am ready to depart, deckhand.
All set, lass? I'll see you to the ship if so.
The misery. Oh, the misery. Looks pretty cool. Real neat looking ship.
"12 be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late."
What?
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
And that riddle means?
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways.
Yep.
Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
Oh? A new sword. Looks lovely.
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
It also doesn't
Though
look very sharp.
undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Ah, she's a red mage, then.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail.
You don't have
Pray
a
give my
parody
regards to
accent.
Tancred and the others, and take care.
And off we sail. For Kugane. And beyond.
Oh, map time. Look at us go. Are we headed over here? Oh, well, here, I guess. Okay. But I saw a lot of stuff up there. Looked interesting.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Very well. Nodders. My quarters. These are not my quarters. This is the just kind of sitting room, I guess. Uh-oh.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment. Actually, might I persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Of course I'll join you. I, the one-winged penguin emperor, will gladly fend off whatever foul, fetid beast beguiles our ship. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the Misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present.
I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lads saw.
Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive? An adjective, for example? Sea-wolf superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know the things which he is so reluctant to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Preposterous! Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader, employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse, to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there.
Sure, Nodders.
What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I am beginning to like you, girl. I assure you, the feeling is not mutual. Once we arrive at our destination, be it a vessel or an island or something else, Lise and I will remain with the ship to defend it in case of attack. Genosia, I believe you would be the ideal choice to venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles.
Of course. This me. Trouble dealer with her
When it is settled, I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in.
It sure will.
This Dark Emperor,
The Siren Song C is now available. Well then.
let us go.
What? The duty support option will become available in a future update. What do you mean, a future update? Man. Whatever. I'll join a group of actual adventurers.
Light party.
Put your faith in the light.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. The Siren Song C. What are those? Hello, fair adventurers. Let us be off. Not for it, but to fight, indeed. These banshees.
More of them? Confound it! Let me at him!
Hey, banshees. Fight me. You, stop fighting Lees. You should fight me instead. Island dead ahead! Oof! A Krakklaw. And an ancient Ymir. Ymir. No, this guy. Hey, you, stop. Fight me. Oh. Where did that come from? Hello there, Lugat. Don't know what you can do, but I assume a lot of AoEs. That's half the field. Everyone gather up. Uh-oh. It seems rather fond of using AoEs on my friends, rather than me. Uh-oh. Actually, treasure coffer. Guess I'll greet it. Hey, I got it. These accursed albatross. They scream as they die. Ew, look at those sea bunks. Hey, I could use some healing here. Oh, let's fire. Ridiculous looking hat. I am surrounded by fires. Skinless Skipper. Die, Skinless Skipper. Oh boy, he looks cool. Look at this guy. I am level 260. That's pretty mad, but how does it look though? Perhaps I should focus on the fight, actually. Looks neat. Yeah. The governor, eh? What? Okay. I see how this is. Earrings, meh. Right. Next up. They really want to kill me. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage now. Ring of Healing. Hello, Warden's Hounds. Taking a lot of damage here. Hey, you. Get back here. Looks neat. Ungraded, I guess. Fleshless Captive. Yeah. By the way. Mapping the realm. Hello. You appear to have no neck, ma'am. And I don't mean a short neck, I mean no neck at all. Ramble, ramble with me all through the night. No, what, huh? How dare you? Salted earth, I say. Also, this music. Listen to it. Oh boy. Forced march, huh? Hey, could you, like, come out? There you go. Ow! Okay. That's fine. It forced marched me into the wall, so that's good for me. Heal me. Uh-oh. That was not good for me. Uh-oh. 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 I will not die today. I refuse. Clap. Level up. Die. Oof. Okay. Route abandoned. Ooh. I leveled up to level 62 and I got some things. Let's see. What is this? Oh, an earring. Nifty. Ghost. Bark cues, circlet offending. A hat. Possibly some other loot that I don't know of. Because I was in a cutscene. The blood gauge displays the amount of black blood a Dark Knight has accumulated. Black blood can be consumed to execute actions such as Blood Spiller and Quietus. Quiet at level 64. Using certain actions will increase the blood gauge. Blood Spiller. Hang on, let's find out what that Blood Spiller is all about. Delivers an attack with a potency of 500. Okay, okay. Nifty. Now, where do we go from here?
Thank the 12.
Uh-huh. Alphino?
Everything here would appear to be in order. Good. Repairs should be completed by the time we return to the Misery, whereupon we shall resume our journey without further delay.
Yes, without further
I
delay.
swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
It wasn't that bad, Alphino. You didn't even have to fight the ghosts. You stayed on the ship. Well, I guess you fought those banshees or whatever aboard the ship, but... Ah, we are going all the way around. Look at that phoenix. Look at these lands. These new lands.
I remember the sea, the smell of the salt, and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugane.
Hingashi Kugane.
The only
Look at that
port
aethery.
open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma.
Look at that Garlean outpost there.
All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Who could have seen it? Papalimo, probably. Ah. Congratulations! You now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Uh-huh. Let's have a look at these, chaps. Shorts. And more shorts. Guess I'll take the chaps. Blah, 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 blah. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself, in any event. Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Cavalain, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard, were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends.
Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Cavalain, could you direct us to the nearest tavern?
Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry? After you! I saw a fish.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Is that so?
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito, you say?
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugani. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
Yes.
My, such naked suspicion.
Yes. You
I do
said
hope that business with
Lolorito.
the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
Yes, I do. And even if I didn't... No thanks. No thanks. I do not want to deal with Lolorito again.
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
You can run along. I don't want to speak with
If
you.
I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port.
Yes.
Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
What point? He has given us no reason to go with him. There are spies everywhere. Okay? Thanks for the warning. That's not a reason to go with you. Like, where's the one good reason? I have heard none. Well, Hancock. Again, what is that? Well, we will speak more with Hancock next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I believe. Gonna tune to this Aetheryte. Look at this lovely place. This place looks real nice. I like it. Anyways, we have made it, not to Doha, but fairly close. Oh, Leaves of Kugane. And there's a market. Almost certainly there will be, yes, an inn. I'm gonna have to gather all these little Ethernet shards. Well, attune to them. But I can do that off stream. Yes. Look at this outfit. I really like it. Me, an Empoleon. I do still need a better sword, but that will likely have to wait a while. And in just one more level, I'll be able to tackle my next Dark Knight quest. But this will be it for today. I've got to go celebrate my brother's birthday and eat dinner and things. I will likely be back afterwards, later tonight for some Wolong. Not sure how much Wolong, but should be some at the very least. And then I'll be back on Monday for some more Forspoken, possibly the last of Forspoken. And then, yes, Wednesday for possibly the last of Scars Above. I'm not sure how much is left of that game. But I feel like I'm getting close to the end. Probably one or two more streams. And then we'll be back here next Saturday to explore Kogane. But I will see you next mission. Bye-bye.